Hi you guys, welcome to Project 5 Tarot and More. I'm Sharon, intuitive empath, and I'm channeling energy today for the daily vibe. It is June 12th, and basically what I'm picking up already is this insatiable energy. Like, it is just insatiable. It is, I know what to do, I don't know what to do. I know what I want, I don't know what I want. And it is absolute polar extremes. Nothing in between. There doesn't seem to be a lot of gray area. It's pull myself out of this energy only to swing back in the opposite direction. Okay, so there's going to be moments of surrealism where it's almost too good to be true, and then moments where it seems like everything's falling apart and it's catastrophic. So balance is going to be, I think, a little bit challenging to achieve today. That's not necessarily a bad or good thing, you guys. Remember that it has to do a lot with perception interpretation. So we'll see what the advice comes in the form of the card, what the advice says from the cards. But essentially, I'm already experiencing, I've been up for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I woke up this morning and jumped out of bed pumped, like absolutely pumped. Like I was like, and I don't necessarily have a lot to do today. There isn't a lot of ambitious goals or list of things that I want to accomplish today. But in my energy, I feel like today is a huge day. Like, it's huge, it's meaningful. What happens today is going to set the tone for what seems to be some significant amount of time from today forward, moving forward. So I don't know if you guys are signing contracts or you had job interviews, or if you're meeting, if you have big business meetings, or if you guys are signing, I feel like music contracts is coming through. So if you guys are doing like music contracts and signing contracts today, or doing some deals with that, I feel the energy is positive, intense, and there's a lot riding on this, okay? So it feels like there's a lot of pressure, but in essence, ultimately, what's at the heart of all of it is it's culminating as a result of all of this collective series of events and other things that have happened that you've applied yourselves to, and you've really done the work, okay? So you've done the work consistently enough, and it's led to this moment, and now this moment is like, it's everything. It's the moment, okay? Or it's the deal, or it's the contract, or it's something really vitally important. There's some essential element to whatever that is that's going on with that, okay? So with that being said, let's see, because with big things and moving forward in big energies, there's usually associated with that the polar, the other side of the yin and the yang. So on the other side of that, what you're going to experience is, you have this intense love and you're falling in love with this person, there's going to be intense fear, because that's on the other side of love. And if you're really confident and moving forward in something that you believe that you deserve and that you've earned, you're going to have fear and doubt on the other end of it. So you're going to have all of those things, and as intense as the good feels, the what you would probably, or what many would perceive as bad, the doubt and the fear, or the undesirable, the desirable versus the undesirable, is also there, because in that same realm, all those things are possible simultaneously. They exist on the same plane, in the same dimension, at the same time, okay? So as a result of that, you're going to experience it in that regard. So what do you do when you fall out of alignment from what your desired goal and outcome is, and there's you're experiencing the fear? How do you keep the fear in balance with the love? How do you keep all these other things in balance? Okay, so let's see what the card says. Prosperity, right? Prosperity, yeah, 36, prosperity, that's what came out. So it's a 9, I'm on a 9 life path too, so this card is for me as well. Prosperity, you guys, it's abundance time. If you guys have been calling this in, and it's been in the works for a while, Today's the day. It's setting the tone. It's making things happen. Yeah, rising to the occasion, stepping up. There's lots of, so yesterday was about healing and dealing with that feminine energy. Today is about getting into that masculine energy, balancing all that out, and activating all of that into your reality, into your linear space. So prosperity, let's talk about this for a minute. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. The new energy is asking us to revisit and redefine how we want to perceive many human concepts to help us recreate a reality that reflects a new and more expanded consciousness. So that's what this is anytime you make big change or there's big transformation, it's usually, it happens from within first, within your emotional self. And then it transforms the consciousness, and then the consciousness creates set points, new set points. And in order to come back to the new set points when you fall out of alignment or fall into default old patterns of behavior, your definitions or your new perception is really your new truth, and reciting that new truth or reactivating that new truth is actually what helps maintain or realign you with your current goals, with your current paradigm. So the way in which we perceive and experience our state of prosperity is important to the creation of our new reality. So if you're stepping forward as of today as a launching point into something huge, okay, it's come down to the wire to this. Like, it's absolutely needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. So there are some big chopping block situations that are playing out, okay? So let's say that it's a relationship, and you've been in it for quite some time, and it's not necessarily a bad relationship. It's a good person that you're with, but you know in your intuition, you know in your mind, you know in your heart that this person isn't like futuristically tied to whatever this prosperity is, okay? That person in your life creates a situation that's out of alignment of everything, and it doesn't allow you to align yourself fully in your paradigm, okay? So if you're feeling everything about letting this person go except your logical mind can't seem to let go, I feel like that's what's prosperity. Prosperity is also about some things that feel catastrophic, because you do, when you make a choice to a trajectory and you want to move in that direction, all of this extra baggage that doesn't suit that trip becomes extra baggage. That's exactly what it is. It's extra weight. It slows things down. It becomes tedious. You know, like, just pack the backpack and go, dude. You know, like, it literally has come down to the wire, and it is happening for a lot of us. Okay, so the word prosperity originates from the Latin word prosperous, which means doing well. But this entails much more than just our financial wellness, and doesn't that always happen to be the case when we consider ourselves holistically and multidimensionally and not just in a linear fashion? The original meaning encompassed the totality of our well-being, including our health and happiness, as well as our success. And well-being, health, happiness, and success are all tied together. Well-being is that relationship. Success is the career, or something that's oriented in how you define yourself, being at the top of your game, or achieving the goals that you've set your mind to, or having part of that encompassed in the totality and the wholeness of what you're trying to or manifesting as far as your achievements are concerned. And then happiness is the one thing that's part of this, that's wrapped up in your emotional self. So if the emotional self gets out of balance, then happiness becomes affected. And usually when we are the least happy, it's because we are living the least truth. We're denying some part of our truth, and we're trying to logically talk ourselves out of it or talk ourselves into it, like staying in a relationship that doesn't work for us, and we talk ourselves into it. I have 4 years invested in this. This person isn't a bad person. It would hurt them a lot if I left. But, you know, and I've had to do this myself. Like, This is a perfectly good person, and I have no idea why I'm not in love with this person. But the truth is, like, I'm going to allow the situation to play out the way that it is separation, because it's selfish of me to hold on to somebody that I'm not really 100% with, because they deserve to be with someone that's 100% with them too. Okay? And I also, I want to manifest my own prosperity and happiness, and I want that fully and totally. So those people usually come into your life and they're teachers, or situations come into your life to show you something that you needed to see, you know, but you know where your heart is. You absolutely know where your heart is. That energy is you know, flooding you for a reason, and it's moving you in the direction that your life is meant to go, so that you can manifest that destiny. So the new energy invites us to reconsider our feelings of joy, love, compassion, and connection to self and others, in addition to the fulfillment of our more mundane and physical needs. All are part of our sense of prosperity. So all things considered. When you find yourself today at any point out of alignment, experiencing more doubt, fear, and the other aspects of the energies that are desirable, that we're trying to manifest and function in to produce prosperity or result in prosperity, I feel led to say that we need to define this in a new truth. So whatever made us feel prosperous before, we may have grown from there. And it's not abandonment to acknowledge that clothes no longer fit, no matter how sentimental we feel about them. So when some aspect of your life is tight or worn, or it doesn't serve the purpose anymore, everybody graduates out of diapers, you guys. It's natural. You know, when you see someone that's older and they're not behaving or acting in a way that's, I guess you could say, not mature, but just reflects that level, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, you can clearly see it. So I do feel like this is the push. And there's an element here about making it more tangible, because energies have us all kind of up in the air right now. And that's why I feel like it's coming down to the wire, because all of these possibilities have been swirling. A lot of these ideas have been in exchange. There's been a lot of communication about what to do, how to do it, who to do it with. And now it's time to kind of filter that all down and go, okay, I'm going to do this with this person. This is what I want to happen. This is the decision that I'm making. And I'm now going to start putting my energy and effort into investing in the back end of that. And making that plan tangible, making it real, and just doing it, like jumping in and doing it. So I really feel like that's what prosperity is. It's not like flying blind without a plan, but it's actually like stepping out forward and it's starting to exact that plan. So it's always going to be about coming back to the drawing board. Okay, so today, anytime you fall out of alignment, the realignment or the affirmation for realignment today is going to be, what is my prosperity? Do I still want that? And answer it honestly with yourself. Does it represent your truth? If it represents your truth and you still want it, then the choice is obvious. It's obvious what you have to do. You have to go for it. That's just the bottom line. If this is your truth, this is your prosperity. And today is about making the choice, jumping in, and absolutely going for it. The universe is behind you, you guys. All my light and love. Thank you so much for being here today and tuning in. Click like, subscribe to the channel. As always, namaste.